You have four options. Play full game. Entering team select screen. The Kansas City Chiefs, the home team, are selected. Ready.
Madden Football is the home of Super Bowl 56, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bears and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gunn with my good friend Charles Davis. And Charles, for these Kansas City Chiefs, they, of course, were Super Bowl champions 2 years ago. They won over the Niners in Miami. Well, they fell to the Bucs in Tampa last year, but now they are back making their third consecutive trip to the big game.
They have truly cemented themselves as perennial frontrunners, and now, when we think of Kansas City, we expect them to be in this game. They're trying to emulate the New England Patriots, who went to Super Bowls 51, 52, and 53 in recent years, and they came up with a
entering play call screen.
Consecutive seasons.
Meanwhile,
onside
roller coaster ride in Chicago the last few years. They've been up, they've been down, they've had double doinks, but now the Bears are back looking for what would be just their second Super Bowl title.
Now, we do know that the Bears had plenty of success pre-Super Bowl because they won 8 NFL titles to be exact. But as you just mentioned, looking for their second Super Bowl win, they did have another appearance in the big game. That was one that they lost to Peyton Manning and the Colts in Super Bowl 41. The win prior, Super Bowl 20, a huge blowout against the Patriots.
Kickoff middle.
It's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. Now returning it, Antonio Callaway. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And I think this young man's starting to think that at the end of every year, you go to the Super Bowl. Third consecutive trip now. Only Jim Kelly.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
3 straight. And Tom Brady obviously has won plenty of these games. Now, Jim Kelly, he didn't win any of his, but Mahomes, he's looking for his second title after the disappointment last year in Tampa against Tom Brady's Buccaneers, trying to get the Chiefs back in the winning circle.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And get him.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
No, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on 1st down. And he will be brought down at about the 43.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mahomes now to throw. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. Leading him out, the rookie from Ohio State at 22 years of age, it's Justin Fields.
And he comes in off of a tremendous
Entering play call,
championship
middle slant.
2 weeks ago.
AHB stretch.
Team all season long that's really taken their identity from their quarterback, and he's been very vocal in days leading up to this game that he believes that this is their time, and he's going to do all he can to will them to a Super Bowl win.
They will run
button.
time with David Montgomery. And not much to speak of. Call it a one.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 option. On plan, there are 9 player. There are 9 David Montgomery, Calvin Ridley.
You know, I might normally ask the cliche.
Calvin Ridley, experts.
But maybe the better question is
convex wide, 4 verticals. Convex stick.
Coach in this game.
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there.
Cross button.
Find out.
Triangle button.
Losing, handling all the ticket situations.
Entering play call, Calvin Ridley. Player, there are 9. Formation, there are 9 concept. Screen pass. Play action pass. Do. There. Do. Pass print HD flat. Parallel LT.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Triangle button.
That's the
R2 button.
for Horsted. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Entering play call, concept, play type, there are 9, concept, formation, I-form, wing, AHD stretch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Fields.
Circle button.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. D Ford. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on
Entering play call, wing, there are 2 categories. You have 9 option, formation, weak.
And he got there and put his man on the
I-4, single back,
The next
link pair, 24 zone, sprint HD, spacing.
With the football there. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Cross button.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo.
Entering plate, 24 zone T-drive, 24 zone open.
Fields.
Cross cutting.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
Cross cutting.
And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there on the catch and run. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue.
Entering play call, formation, concept, there are 9, screen pass, play action, screen, run, AHP inside zone.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Cross cutting. R1 button.
Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down.
Entering play call, inside zone. There are 11. Concept. There are 9. Screen pass. Play action pass. Do. There. Do. Sprint HD flat.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Triangle button.
To throw is Fields.
Triangle button. R2 button.
Flung out to Montgomery. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity.
Entering play call. Do. There. Do. Sprint HD flat. ROLT. Sprint HD. Red.
Big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on third down.
Triangle button. Square button.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Bears are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Entering play call. Concept. There are. Play type. There are. Screen pass. Play action. Run. AHP inside zone. Zone split WK.
A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal.
Cross cutting.
They'll run.
R2 button.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running in it.
Entering play call. AHP inside zone. 24 zone. Zone weak. AHP/FK and guard.
Pass rushers just
AHP zone WK.
very, very difficult.
AHP/FK and guard.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They try again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about.
Entering play call. Inside zone. Error. AHP inside zone. Concept. Screen pass. Play action pass. Do.
I think the possibility is
Sprint HD flat.
You're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action.
ROLT.
I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now fields on 3rd and goal.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. With a first touchdown of the Super Bowl and a long one at that. And the Bears are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Callaway, the return man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from the defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Anyone else?
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Throwing now is Mahomes. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about it.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's in different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. RPO alert.
So getting to 7-0
PHP stretch
for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Entering play call, coach suggests slot fade. HD powered O. Slot fade.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
Cross button.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. A first down for Montgomery. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now in the opening quarter of this Super Bowl. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Power G is selected.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
R2 button.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. HB dive is selected.
Practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
2nd and 5.
Cross button. Cross button. Cross button. Cross button.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. RPO red bubble is selected. Gun plan. Player. There are formation. Concept. Deep pass. Media. Quick pass. Play type. Pass. Special. Pass. Quick fade. Y stick. Quick fade.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
R1 button.
Now it's Fields.
R1 button. Triangle button.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up second down.
I know many people
entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
With their size, but slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire. A good job defensively.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball, but someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
He sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. They get 6. That'll leave them with...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Now it's Mahomes again. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. A lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Play action, now it's Mahomes. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Mahomes now to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
Entering play call with fade.
They went back out. Don't do that again. What do you think?
Y-stick. Double slants.
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football.
Cross button. Triangle button.
Never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Entering play call. Play type. There are 9 personnel. There are 9 categories. Play type. Special. RT. Opt. Run. Tap. Run. Inside. Empty and HB plunge.
Got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Following the penalty. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2.
Entering play call. Inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 55 options. Zone read is selected.
Montgomery. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it. That's when the
entering play call. Empty and AHB. AHB zone WK. AHB blunt dive. AHB dive. AHB zone WK. AHB dive.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now a run with Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 24. 91 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next break, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
Entering play call. Inside hand. Empty and AHB plunge. AHB inside zone. 24 zone open. AHB inside zone.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Cross cutting.
Now Montgomery.
Triangle button.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Entering play call. Inside handoff. Barrier 24 zone open. Zone split WK. AHP blunt dive.
Thank you.
AHP dive.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run. Montgomery. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 15.
Entering play call. Inside hand. Empty and AHP inside zone. 24 zone weak.
He's already
and around lid.
before halftime.
AHP/FK and R. AHP slim.
He could be on his way to a career game.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Entering empty and AHP zone WK zone thick jet. AHP zone WK AHP blunt dive. Button.
On 1st and goal.
Button.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the...
Entering play call. Inside handoff. Bears. Empty and AHP zone WK. Empty and AHP plunge.
It's a play caller. That may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Montgomery. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard.
Entering play call. Inside handoff. There are 7 categories. You have 55 options. Zone weak is selected.
Foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Empty and AHP plus. AHP zone WK. 24 zone open. Zone weak. 24 zone open.
3rd and goal. A big play in the Super Bowl. They'll run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Bears continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Callaway, the return man. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Fortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes to the right side. It's Kelsey.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
A lot of offense. You're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
These guys have definitely been out.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught on the right sideline.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's 2nd down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And here's another tackle made at the line. So
entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mahomes. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime.
Entering play call.
Keep everybody here.
HB zone WK.
But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
Triangle button.
1st down.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
It's going to be too high. Out of bounds.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. HB zone WK is selected.
2nd and 10.
Triangle button.
Throw.
Circle button. Triangle button.
Taken in by Komet. They do get a
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Regini HB scissor. Punt plan. There are 9 categories. Throw it short is select. Coach suggestions. HB split screen.
Each and every defensive snap. Who's got who? What defense you're in? That was totally a blown coverage.
Triangle button. Cross button. R1 button.
Out, looking for Ridley.
Triangle button.
It's going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Personal foul. This was looking to pass the defense.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9. Shock H-Hotch. AHB stretch.
To be aggressive, but they want him to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
Now Montgomery running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. HB quick base is selected.
2nd and 11. They'll fake the handoff now.
Triangle button. R2 button.
It's Calvin Ridley. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. HB stretch is selected. Cross button.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Entering play call. Powered X. AHB stretch. Powered X spot. AHB stretch.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Play action. It's Fields.
Triangle button. Cross button.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the...
Entering play call. Coach suggestion. D spot. Power O. D spot.
First down, here's Montgomery. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. HB stretch is selected. Drive trail. Power G. White rail. HB dive. Drive wheel.
Sometimes stack things up.
HB dive.
For the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the ground.
Action button.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 125 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Red option is quick fade. AHD power. Quick fade.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's a give. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. 26 no is selected. Slant stick. Power G. Slant stick.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now again, it is Montgomery. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Post corner red is selected.
A little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract.
On plan, there are player. There are 9 formation. There are 9 concept. Keep path. Media. Quick. Option. Run. Screen. Play action. Do. Sprint HD. Parallel LT.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Cross button.
Fields off the bootleg.
Triangle button.
That one complete.
Button.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. We have 15 options. Field goal 29 yards is selected.
But hands, route running.
On plan, there player, there are formation, there are 9 concept. Keep path, media, quick, run, screen, play action, do, sprint HD flat.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Entering play call, on plan, player, their formation, concept, keep path, media, quick, run, script, play action, do, parallel LT.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Cross button.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Okay, because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mahomes now on first down. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 69 yards.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On 2nd and goal, Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking the field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
Entering play, Padu. Sprint HB flat, sprint HB flat, sprint HB flat.
Takes a lot of pressure off, doesn't it? As much as those guys back there want to throw the ball around and be the focal point, when you're able to run it well and hold the defense back from their pass rush, it allows you to throw it as well as we're seeing so far in this game.
Triangle button.
They'll be looking to add to their lead.
Button.
Second quarter.
Button.
Into space. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roll and picked up big yardage.
Entering play call, concept. There, keep pass, media, keep meet, quick, arch, run, screen pass, play action, do, sprint H, parallel LT.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Fields now to throw.
Triangle button. R2 button.
Montgomery complete. And he'll go out of bounds.
Entering play call, do, Padu.
3.
Sprint HB flat.
2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack
Play call.
as a lot of receivers.
Padu slide.
Because they're
Padu slide.
missing the open
Concept. Screen pass. Play action. Do, Padu.
2nd down and 7. Now it's Fields.
Circle button.
That's complete right.
Cross button.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop.
Entering play call, do, there are 2, Padu, sprint HB flat, parallel LT.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fields.
Triangle button.
Staying up.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. Well, when you got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Entering play call. Do. There are two. Do. Sprint HB flat.
They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
Parallel LT. Entering play call. Do. Concept screen pass. Play action. Do. Sprint HB flat. Parallel LT.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Here's Fields.
Triangle button. R2 button.
Swung out to Montgomery. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring him.
Entering play call. Do. There are two. Do. Sprint HB flat. Option is set to under. Parallel LT. Sprint HB flat.
One matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
And he'll just toss it away.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 46 yards is selected.
Hesitant to throw the ball out.
On plan. There are 9 player. There are 9 formation. There are 9 special teams. Hail Mary. Concept. Deep pass. Verticals. 4 verticals.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Triangle button. Cross button.
Again,
R1 button.
looking for the end zone.
Square button.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Jesse James, 29 yards. And the Bears are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it solid because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
In this case, bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Callaway, the return man. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
He's been in a pretty good group. They actually have more yards on the ground than through the air, but both.
Entering play, verticals,
Have we ever
verticals,
when we've talked to them
verticals, vertical, plan. There are 9 player. There are David Munt, David Munt,
really
mesh,
for play calling.
24 zone, empty and HD plunge.
Either aspect of the game, dial it up and let it go. And so far, that's allowed them to lead.
Absolutely have the lead here in the 2nd quarter. On 1st down.
RT button.
5 yards on the carry. Good pick.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Zone week is selected.
So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And you'll see they've had success running the football, and that bodes well for their chances of lifting that Lombardi trophy. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the
Entering
football.
Gunplan adjustment screen run inside is selected.
Here at the break. These two teams have had plenty of extra time to make their final adjustments, but time's just about up. The final half of the NFL season is upon us. So let's get it back out to our Super Bowl broadcast team. Here's Brandon and Charles.
Run outside, throw it short, throw it deep, throw it deep. Blitz count, run inside. Defend out, defend short, defend medium. Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Team sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action in the Super Bowl.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25.
And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And we peek at some of his work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety.
Entering play, zone thick jet, zone weak,
against the best
mesh,
tight ends in the game.
24 zone open.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the limit. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. Zone fig jet. AHD stretch.
Of a game plan, but you're right.
MTN counter STR.
54.
AHD stretch.
Double-digit lead in the fourth quarter. Couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. First down and then some. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 149 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 60s. Zone fig jet. 24. Pass print HB flat. MTN counter STR. AHB zone WK.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. Fights loose. And this will be a Bears first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66 options. AHB slip screen.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Player, error, unplanned, error, coach suggestions, slot fade. AHD blunt dive, slot fade.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Handoff comes to Button. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Mesh is selected.
Another one that keeps them moving forward.
Contactor. Mesh.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Triangle button.
Snap.
Square button.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime in trying to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. RPO zone peak is Y stick, zone weak, Y shallow cross. Cross button.
First down.
Square button.
Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end.
Cross button.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Red option is selected. Spacing switch, zone fake jet, stick, quick pitch, slants, AHP blunt dive. Cross button.
They'll run with Montgomery.
R2 button.
It's this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his second touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bears are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That event is selected.
he wants to continue to do so.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Callaway, the return man. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And following the interception, just any interception.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 30.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Desmond Trufant. Score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. What a moment for him, a pick 6 in the Super Bowl. You think about some of the big pick 6s over the history of this huge game. I remember because I was watching with a lot of Colts fans, Tracy Porter picking Peyton Manning to get the Saints' first title.
Yeah, that would pretty much seal the deal for New Orleans as well. But I got to go back the ways because, unfortunately, I'm considered.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That event is selected.
And some of the better ones that were out there. You might remember Dwight Smith of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had 2 in one game when they won their Super Bowl championship against Rich Gannon in Oakland. You mentioned Tracy Porter already. How about James Harrison to the Steelers? You remember that one? 100 yards right before the half ended. That was a big-time play. But for me, the absolute classic, Willie Brown in slow motion against the Vikings for the Raiders. The grand old man, Willie Brown, 75 yards.
You recall him on. What a play here. Another pick 6 in the Super Bowl. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Callaway, the return man. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. KC's offense ready to take over.
And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now,
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And the result here.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
For them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And they will only muster a yard here.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after them now.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two, wasn't able to.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Just a yard to go here on second down. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and second and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in his first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Over Storm Rain.
Here in this 3rd quarter. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Robinson. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
You know, we saw that indeed, picking up the...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They'll find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Eight yards to go on second down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Got it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 13-yard line.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Edwards-Helaire. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It's night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to.
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. 4 yards on the touchdown ground. And the Chiefs gain a bit of respectability. Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he converts, and it cuts the lead to 35-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away.
R2 button.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Chicago offense set to get started. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes.
Entering play call, shock H-Off, RPO zone, keep mesh spot, PHP quick base.
Trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
To Montgomery to begin the drive.
R2 button.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. ISO is selected. Quick slants. ISO.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Cross button. R1 button. R1 button. R2 button.
Middle, hold in by Lamb.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are shock H option, AHD stretch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
R1 button.
Throw.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
Chiefs are going to get him. Deep Ford able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him.
Entering play call. Gun plan. There are 9 category. Player. There. Gun plan. There are 9 cat. Run in. MTNH. MTN count. AHB zone WK.
2nd and 20. A give. This is
R2 button.
and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's
Entering play call. MTNH. Zone split WK.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. Into the secondary.
R2 button.
And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
That's how you get right up over the man, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Entering play call. Run inside. You have 7. MTN AHB plus. AHB inside zone. Cross button.
For the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And that's going to leave him with just 1
Entering
timeout.
MTN AHB zone weak.
We'll see if that comes.
24 zone. AHB inside zone.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
R2 button.
The counter. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call, run inside. You have 71 options. Zone weak is selected.
One of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that.
MTNH to plunge.
Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Cross button.
On second
R2
down.
button.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held.
Entering play call, run inside. On plan, there are player, there are 9 cat formation, special team, sing, I form, single back, wing pair, there are experts, Patisium, T-drive, 24 zone open, MTNHB plunge, 24 zone open.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now.
Entering experts, Patisium, AHD stretch.
Here they also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Triangle button. Cross button. Triangle button. R1 button. Square button.
On 3rd down.
R2 button.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On this drive, 1st and 10.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw.
And he'll go back to Kelsey. This time it's caught.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced with
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say they'll spot him right at midfield at the 50. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. HD stretch is selected.
Someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
First down, here's the
button.
Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line is going to...
Entering play call, coach suggests on plan, player, there are formation, concept, there are 9 play type, concept, medium, quick pass, option, play type, pass, special, RP, opt, run, concept, medium, quick pass, opt, run, screen pass, play action, do, pass sprint HD flat, Carl LT.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Cross button.
It's Fields off the bootleg.
Cross button.
That's complete right side to Komet. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Entering play call, Padu. Concept, there, formation, there, I-form, single back, wing pair, spacing, empty encounter ST, pa-X burst, pa-T-seam, AHD stretch.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Fields now to throw.
Triangle button. R1 button.
Complete to Horsted. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Entering play call. Formation. Player. There are Cheedy Lamb. David Montgomery. Zone Fig Jet. 24 zone. MTN HD plunge.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Check pass.
They run.
R2 button.
This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd.
Entering play call. Zone Fig Jet. AHD stretch.
I can't believe they even let you play. Month 56. Target.
Cross button.
Again, they'll go
R1 button.
Montgomery. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 60s. Zone fig jet. Ostrand HB. MTN counter S. AHB zone WK. Zone split WK.
To do is lock in on
AHB zone WK.
You saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, number 28, Mike, he's coming. Check in. I'm going to come back to you.
They'll run it.
R1 button.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. Zone fig jet. 24 zone open.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies.
Square button.
Montgomery.
R2 button. R2 button.
Give him 3 on the gain there. Second.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66. Zone fig jet.
Into the end zone.
DHB stretch.
There for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Second and goal from the 1.
Mike, 53, Mike. It's a party now. It's a party now. 52,
Cross button.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Entering play, zone fig jet. 24 zone open.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on second and goal. Following the penalty, Montgomery. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a third and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just to
Entering play, zone fig jet. 24 zone open.
The ball mere inches from the white line on third and goal.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Who that?
They'll run for
R2 button.
and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with his 3rd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Bears are moving closer to their 2nd Super Bowl title in franchise history. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I could just see
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add again to selected.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Callaway, the return man. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the 4th. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 5 yards on the catch.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. A tackle almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Robert Quinn. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense. That entire team, but really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you use the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark is...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They'll drop to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Chris Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Green. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bears take over.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 PHP stretch.
Begin a Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. They'll start with the option.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Entering play call, coach suggests punt plan. There are 9 categories. Run inside, empty and HP plunge.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Cross button.
They run the counter.
Button.
It's Montgomery. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough third.
Entering play call, run, empty and HP, zone split W, keep 24 zone open. Zone fig jet. AHP dive.
Keep it on the ground.
Montgomery.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to 1st down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Back to throw here. And he fends him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Akeem Hicks able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now here's Mahomes. They're going deep for Hill. And unable to connect.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Chris Jones now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
R2 button.
Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to...
Entering play call, zone fix jet, 94 will. Red option, AHD zone WK.
Caster.
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's...
Entering play call, coach suggests, strong stretch, AHB power out.
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their 1st one and blew out the Seahawks.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd.
Button.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I know it should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add attempt is selected.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Callaway, the return man.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
To keep him warm, a lot of times the punter goes this out and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
And from the shotgun, he'll throw.
And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Took a
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This one is gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
He's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
Entering play call, split. You have 9 options. Cover 3 is selected.
He's now on 1st down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. The pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way,
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Butker now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
R2 button.
Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Entering play call, AHB stretch.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock.
R2 button.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Brandon, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves, you're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission. I think
you took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to...
Entering play call, coach suggests, punt plan, player, error, formation, concept, error, play type, error, personnel, 1 RB bar 3 P bar 1 W, special teams, 3 RB bar 2 P bar 0 W, QB heel is selected.
Set him back 5.
Entering ISO, AHB stretch, punt plan, player, their formation, concept, their play type, their personnel, 2 RB bar 1 T bar 2 W, 2 RB bar 3 T bar 0 W, normal, power O, strong toss. Entering error pop-up. You have lost connection to the EA servers. Scores and stats from this game will not be recorded. CEA.com/unable to connect for addition. Entering main menu screen. Ultimate Team franchises. Entering pop-up. Resume. Entering play call screen.
In control of the football as we
AHB led dive.
Conclusion in the 4th quarter. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Montgomery. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. Punt plan. Coach suggestions. Punt plan. Player. Callow. Cole Komet. Cornell Mooney. Justin Key. Cheaty. Justin. Shovel option. Red option. Red option. Red option. Spike. QB sneak. QB heel.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. And they get up on it quickly and spike.
Entering play call. Justin Fields. You have well got. Shovel option. Red option. Red option. Red option. QB draw. QB heel. QB sneak. QB heel. Player. There. Cornell Mooney. Justin Fields. Cheaty Lamb. David David Mesh.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
Cross button.
On 3rd down, it's Montgomery. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Entering play call. David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Zone read is select. Zone fit jet. 24 zone. MTNAHB plunge.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike 53.
Cross button.
Delay game.
So that one will be accepted.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Still first down.
Entering play zone fake jet. AHD stretch.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
They'll keep it on the
R2
ground.
button.
Montgomery. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Entering play call. David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Zone read is selected.
They are your Super Bowl champions. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
Post-game report player stats.